I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on this real quick because it was something that I was discussing with people, and I kind of got like mixed, reviews or like mixed, things to say about it. Like one was for it, other people were against it. Myself included, being against it because it's something that I could never do. Like, alright, so, and however you can reach me, like, please, after the end of this episode, give me an explanation on why. If you think it's okay, please give me an explanation on why you think it's okay. But do you think it is okay? Do you think it will make sense? Do you think that you would still be cool with the person at the end of the day if you look them in their face, all right, and that person is like asking you out on the date or wanting to be in a relationship with you, just overall admitted their love to you? Do you think you can look them in their face and tell them, I can't be with you because of your skin color. I can't be with you because you're black or white or Middle Eastern or Hispanic or Asian, freaking Canadian, like just on some dumb stuff. But do you think you would be able to look a person in their face and say that to them? Now, I'm against that. I'm against that 100%. I will never, and I know all the people that overall said that they would go and say that to somebody like face to face to them and stuff. I know for a fact that they wouldn't. Because I'm like the same people. There are some of the people, I ain't gonna say no names, but there are some of the people, I did a poll on this on Instagram, and you can see, like, who votes yes or no. Some of the people voted, because I asked a question, I was like, is it wrong to turn somebody down because of the color of their skin? And a lot of people were saying no. There's some of those people, I'm like, I know you. I grew up with you. There was numerous things. There is numerous times where you wouldn't, a person being right there, you ain't even saying no stuff like that to them, just to simply talk with them, have a conversation with them. You couldn't even do that. So I'm saying, I'm like, man, don't be sitting there answering my polls. And I'm like, fam, I grew up with you. Now there were some of the people where it was like fans from YouTube and all of that stuff. But I'm like, I know some of you people, okay? So, but that was the funny thing about it, is because right after, because it was like, I was streaming and got into this whole like debate about it and stuff. And it was, it was like, yeah, it was just had me thinking. I'm like, man, I should really, because I'm like, because don't nobody really be listening to my podcast. I think maybe a few people really be listening to it and stuff. But I really wanted to sit down, right? Contact a bunch of my friends and play it out as a video. Like, what was that guy that did those, like, what would you do? It was like, what would you do in this situation, or some dumb stuff like that. But I mean, even to like even do that as a social experience and stuff, I really want to see other people's reaction to this, because I refuse to believe that people think that this is okay. I think they're just saying it because they've never been a part of it or they've never seen it go down. But I know 100%, if I were to post a video, right? If I were to post a video of some girl, like just any random girl, and I tell her, oh no, I can't be with you because of the color of your skin. I'm sorry, but I can't date you because you're black. That I'm black. So that just, to me, that just doesn't seem right. A black person shouldn't be dating another. Because I'm like, you just think that that's just going to be the end of the conversation. I don't think people really sit down and think about situations. They only think about the answer that's built up in their head. They don't think of the multiple things that can happen in a situation like that. You don't. So I'm saying, like, and people saying that it's not racist or stuff, or that was overall the question. It was like, is it racist to be unattracted to another race? And people was overall saying no, and I'm like, how? Because my thing is this: it's no different than being overall being friends with somebody. It's no different than, a person wanting to be friends with you, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't be friends with you because you're black. You commit crimes and listen to rap music and drink 40-ounce liquor bottles and stuff, and smoke a lot of weed. Like, that's what I'm hearing when I hear stuff like that, regardless of whether it's a person saying that they can't be my friend or they can't be in a relationship with me. But I'm like, how can you look somebody in their face and say some stuff like that? Like, please, I want you to go up to somebody. I'm like, because a lot of people wasn't really telling me, like, which race they will overall find, like, that they're unattracted to. So I'm like, yeah, I know for a fact. I'm like, you ain't never been in no situation like that. You just got it built up in your head that you don't like this race, or that this race is whatever is wrong with them. But at the end of the day, nothing is not wrong with them. Nothing's not wrong with anybody. Nothing's wrong with black people, white people, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern. I don't care who it is. There might be a few bad apples within that race. That don't mean that the whole race is like condemned. Like, oh, everything is wrong with this race now. Like I'm saying, like, people don't think about that type of stuff, because knowing if it was the other way around, right? No, because, and that's the thing. They've never been in a situation like that. Me, I've been in a situation like that. I had a girl. She didn't tell me directly to my face. She texted to me because she knows that in a situation, I ain't going to be acting all wild and crazy and stuff. But I definitely would have given her the same reaction I would have given her when I was like on the phone. Because I remember when she texted me that, I was just looking at my phone like, wait a minute, what? And so my thing is that I was like, I didn't want to talk with her no more, but I ended up forgiving her over that whole situation, because there was a YouTuber, I used to watch her all the time. There's this YouTuber named Bird Martinez, and I remember she posted a video overall like talking on that, like, how Hispanic parents or overall, like, they don't like black people. And I don't know if it's like that with all Hispanic parents. Like, fam, I've been around a lot of, like, Hispanic people, meaning I've seen the parents. They've been chilled with me. I don't know. Maybe this is just something. I don't know. But anyways, but no, I was watching Bird Martinez when she was sitting down and explaining it and talking about it. So it's like a Hispanic parent thing. Like, you don't want to make your parents upset and stuff. But I'm like, cause as the girl got older, this girl was dating whoever. This girl ended up dating other girls. I think she's in a relationship today with another girl. So I'm like, you can't date black people, but you'll date like that. Okay. It trips me out when I hear and see stuff like that. But I was like, but yeah, I don't talk with the girl anymore, today. Cause I was like, there's really nothing for me to say to her and stuff. So, I guess, like, if a conversation ever does, we don't even follow each other on social media. So that's why I'm like, hey, she went her separate ways. I'm going my separate ways. I'm like, I guess I'll have to find somebody out there that can accept my, race and things. And I'm like, and especially with, like, all the, like, recent years of just racism. I mean, this Asian hate situation with the George Floyd situation. Do you really think that this will be the good time to tell a black person, oh, I can't date you because of the color of your skin? Or look an Asian person in the face and be like, oh, I can't date you because of the color of your skin? You really think you'd be able to say some stuff like that? Because my thing is this. I'm big, like, on, like, racism and stuff. But at the same time, I am big on, well, I mean, like, not being racist. Like, I'm just big on, like, learning about, like, different forms of racism, like, on how, like, and 100% this whole, like, oh, I can't date you because your race is unattractive. 100% racist. I don't care what a poll says or what my friend says. It's 100% racist, because it ain't no difference to anything else that's, whether it's you being friends or and it's funny because the person I was getting into it with about it and stuff, they was all like, oh, well, would you date a man, or is it wrong, or is it sexist to not want to date a man? No, here's the thing about, because it's funny how he says that, and I'm like, bro, you're just furthermore proving, because you're saying that's sexist, right? So how is that any different? Me saying that, I guess at the end of the day, I am. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not, or I can't, like, I guess at the end of the day, I am. Because I'm like, I know at the end of the day I'm straight. So I'm like, but I feel like comparing being straight or gay or whatever to literally the color of a person's skin. There's no comparison amongst that. There's not. Now, they might share some similarities, but there's no comparison. But it's funny how he said that, and it's like, fam, what's different from that situation than the situation that we're already talking on? How is that any different? So I'm saying, like, my thing is this. I'll admit, if that's overall being sexist, I guess I am, okay? But do I hate gay people? No, I don't. I have friends. My thing is this, because I know I sound like a white person when they're like, oh, I got black friends and stuff. But no, like, seriously, I have like friends that I just even feel weird, like, when I say like they are attracted to the same race and stuff. I have friends that are attracted to the same race. And I was actually even telling one of my friends, because they had messaged me and they were like overall like wanting to know how I felt about that. And I'm like, fam, do what you want to do. Like, you're coming to me like you need to gain some approval from it, fam. That I am the one person where you don't have to gain no approval from, like, you, or just it don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. All right, at the end of the day, whether it's a race thing, sex thing, whatever, it don't matter. Okay. But I'm like, but overall, I just found that funny, though, how it's like you're saying that it's sexist if I do that, but it's not racist if you can't, or if you find another race unattractive. Like, and then they were also trying to say that it's like, it's a preference thing, too. And I'm like, fam, that's not a preference. A preference is like when you're freaking, what's a good preference? Because I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I know, like, I hear it a lot where girls would say, like, oh, I like hairy guys. I like guys with, like, facial hair and stuff. Like, I hear that. I hear it where it's, like, people, like, overall, like, oh, I like tall men or women. Or short men or women. Like, no, it was actually one of my friends. She was saying that she prefers like short men and stuff. Cause I'm like, yeah, like I feel like there's like health benefits if you try to date somebody that's like crazy taller than you. Like, you 5 feet tall dating somebody that's like 7 feet tall. Like, that person that's 7 feet tall gonna have back problems, and you gonna have neck problems trying to extend your neck all the way out to give them a kiss, and then they gotta bend all down and stuff to, yeah, that causes health issues and stuff. But I feel like that's more of a preference, you know, because I'm like, how can you necessarily, you don't hate tall people, but it's like, you're a tallest? I mean, that don't make any sense. Like, I feel like that doesn't, how is that a tallest? That don't even sound right. But like, you don't like tall people and things. Like, I've never heard, or a hairless this or something. I don't freaking know. But I'm saying, like, I feel like that falls more underneath the category as a preference. But when you're saying something like something that a person, they can't, you know, and at the end of the day, you can't really control being tall or short and stuff, or, you know, you can't have no control over that. I feel like maybe with being like hairy, or you know, I don't know, you possibly can, you might be able to have like a, you know, control that and things. But I'm like, cause with me, I'm like, my facial hair, I kind of got like a bearded, like, mustache, or not mustache, but like or not like an uneven beard. I don't freaking know what to call it, but it's a patchy beard and stuff. It ain't like fully there like a Rick Ross beard, but like you can still see like the facial hair and stuff. But and I like keeping my hair cut and things. I keep it like a buzz cut, you know, you can still see some hair and stuff, but I like keeping my hair cut and things. And if overall I did come across a woman where she was like, oh, I can't date you. My thing is, and I feel like that whole preference stuff, it's just kind of like, people just kind of like take advantage of it. You know, it's kind of messed up that there's like good people in this world and they get turned down because you don't meet that person's standards. Like, at the end of the day, I don't even want to be associated with you. I don't even want to be your friend if I gotta meet a certain requirement to date you. Like, no, get out of here with that. Like, no, that's why it's like when that girl I know it was like a whole like parent thing, you know, like how she couldn't date me because of her parents and stuff. But I was like, I stopped talking to that girl after that. I was like, nah, I want to be cool with you, because I'm like on some stuff like that you think like, oh, I gotta accept that, I gotta be cool with that and stuff. Funny thing is that I remember like when we were in school, she dated a white guy, so I was like, yeah, race must not be that important and stuff. I'm like, who knows? Maybe it was a black thing or something. I don't know, but. Anyways, but yeah, I'm like, that people be taking advantage of that preference stuff, because I'm like, I don't care necessarily, you know, like whether a person, if they're, you know, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, you know, at the end of the day, I'm like, if that person brings happiness to me, I feel like that's like the key thing in a relationship. That person brings happiness to me, you know, and I bring happiness to them. I feel like that is more healthier than being like, oh, I only, because no, and the funny, so the thing is that I've had it where, you, or it was like, and like, I mean, I had to say the one, like, you know, type of women that I like is Hispanic women. You know, but I'm not going to be like, I only will date Hispanic women. Fam, if I end up meeting a white woman and she, you know, it brings me the most amount of joy and happiness, and I haven't found that with a Hispanic woman, I'm like, fam, then it looks like that whole, you know, love that I got for Hispanic women, I'm like, it's still going to be there, but I'm like, definitely the person that's going to be number one is this white, black, Asian, Middle Eastern, whoever, okay, green, purple, I mean, it don't like really matter, but I'm like, fam, if she ain't Hispanic, I will definitely be cool with that. I don't mean, like, my thing is this: if you're not a Hispanic woman and you like me, you want to shoot your shot, fam. I am single. I do not care. Let's talk about this, okay? But no, I had to say, like, you know, I remember when I was younger, I did say that I like Hispanic women and stuff. But as I got older, I realized, like, fam, like, I've had my heart broken by two, and so I'm like, I don't want to go through that all over. I'm like, so if I gotta just, you know, put that off on the side and, you know, move on, I'm like, maybe I just came across the wrong women and stuff. But yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna look at somebody that's, you know, that's not Hispanic and being like, oh, I can't, if you're Hispanic then cool, because it's like, how does a person, if my thing is this, if a person falls in love with you, right, like because I'm like, they ain't gonna just fall in love with you. Well, maybe in some cases they can't, but they have been friends with you for all this time, right? They've been friends with you for all this time. They've developed this love for you, and you hit them with the, oh, I can't date you because of the, color of your skin. How do you think that person is gonna feel about that? Now they're going to feel insecure about who they are because of what you done put, like, built up in their head. Now because my thing is this, and that's what was overall running through my head. It didn't run through my head for that long because I'm like, fam, I am beautiful. I'm like, it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy to say some stuff like that about yourself, but I'm like, fam, I am a very attractive man. Whether I'm black, white, I don't care who I am. But as a black man, and the man that I have been for the past 25 years, fam, I am a handsome black man. So if a woman looks at me and she's like, oh, I can't date you because of the color of your skin, I find it unattractive and stuff, you might as well call me ugly. You might as well just look at that person in their face and be like, nah, you ugly. I can't date you. Like, because that's my thing is this. You saying that you find that person unattractive, there's multiple things running through their brain at that time. Multiple things. So you think like, oh, okay, like, you know, they're going to be cool with it at the end of the day. Who would be cool with some stuff like that? Who'd be cool? Would you, because and this is how I'm going to overall end this off. Okay, just overall what I pretty much just said and things. You meet somebody, right? You meet somebody, whether it's the same race or another race. You meet this person, they bring you nothing but the most amount of happiness, the most amount of joy. Like, literally, they are there for you day and night, okay? So at this point now, you've developed feelings for them. Now you're always wanting to talk to them. They always want to talk to you. See, it ain't hitting you yet that, oh, this person ain't attracted to you. That you ain't even thinking about that stuff. But anyways, all right? You end up developing feelings for this person. You're doing everything that you possibly can for them and stuff. So there's that one day where you just build up the confidence. You build that confidence up to the max. You have never been this confident a day before in your life. But you build this confidence up, right? Build it all the way up to the peak of confidence. Like you were at the peak. You were at the pinnacle of confidence, okay? You were there. And so you're talking to this person. You're telling them how you feel, all right? They look you dead in your face. Dead in your face. And they're like, your race is unattractive. I can't be with you. And they just walk off. Like, my thing is this. That pain is going to hit you instantly. You may think, oh, I'm tough, I'm big, I'm bad, I ain't going to feel no pain. No, you going to feel pain. You gonna definitely feel pain. Because I can tell you from experience, oh, you gonna feel some pain. Okay, it's gonna be worse than any physical or mental pain that you've ever experienced in your life. And then at that point, you're gonna be feeling insecure about yourself. You're gonna be feeling like, dang, well, what's wrong with my race? What's wrong? So you start thinking of like, okay, so let's say if you're, me for an example, you're black. You start seeing all these different things that's going on in the world surrounding black people. And you're like, this is what they're doing. Like, this is what they're seeing when they look at me. They're seeing this gun blazing, drug taking, what else? Gang member, being, like, all these other different, things that just be surrounding black people. They're, putting all of this stuff, and then let's say if you're, Middle Eastern, they're looking at you like, oh, this person probably be out here making bombs and, crashing into buildings and blowing stuff up and killing people, screaming at Allahu Akbar and stuff, and I'm like, and people thinking well, okay, if that's what they're thinking, that's what they're, I'm like, but no, I ain't finished yet. So that pain hits you, all of that stuff hits you, right? All of it, okay? So now you're sitting there questioning yourself, thinking, well, how can I be better? So now you're doing all these altered, trying to change and alter your body and stuff, making your appearance look better. You're doing all these things to yourself for no reason. And it's like, bruh, you was perfectly fine before. If that person don't like you, that person does not like you. So at the end of the day, you got to move on. You got to move on and just be like, okay, next. Because I'm like, I ain't going to try to be all bothered and underneath this person trying to, gain their approval. If I can, and I'm like, and they say some stuff like that, fam. And from this point on, I'm like, I ain't even going to try. Me personally, I wouldn't trip about it, but I know it's racist. I know that type of stuff is racist. Because I'm saying, that type of stuff, I'm like, you might as well not even be friends with black people if you ain't going to be like, oh, you could be friends with them, but you can't date them. And that goes for any other race. You could be friends with an Asian person, but you can't date an Asian person. That's how it's like, you don't accept everybody. Whether it's a friendship type thing or a relationship type thing, all together, you don't accept those people. You don't. So whatever race it is that you got built up, whatever thing, you need to drop all that stuff. Whatever you got built up about that race, drop it. Because if you meet, my thing is this. If God puts a person in front of you and you turn them away because you can't accept the color of their skin, you're never going to have a successful relationship. Never. I don't care how hard you try. I don't care how hard you look for. You're never going to have a successful relationship. You're going to have, my thing is this, you're going to overall have relationships, but they're going to be toxic. They're going to be painful. You're going to be like, dang, maybe I should have taken that person of that race that I didn't. And then you're going to try to go back and be all like, oh, well, nah, let's do things all over. And they're going to be like, no, you turned me down because of the color of my skin. I don't want to, because I know if that girl would ever were to reach out to me and be like, oh, let's, give us a chance. Let's go. I'm like, no, I honestly would rather be single for the rest of my life. If that was the only person, because I'm like, you put me through some mental pain. You had me looking at myself like I was a monster. So I'm saying, you really think you don't want to be with somebody? No. I told that girl, I'm like, you go date somebody that look like me. But I'm like, you ain't dating me, fam. I'm like, we can potentially be cool. But I'm like, I'm at this point in my life where I'm just like, hey, you know what? Go do your thing. I'm like, I'm going to do my thing. So, but anyways, yeah. I will overall talk to you guys later because I'm hungry. So, but thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Stay tuned for some more episodes. Like and subscribe if you're new or watching this on the YouTube channel, and follow, subscribe if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 36 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and then we'll knock $20 off your next purchase. And also, if you're purchasing anything from Epic Games, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. And yeah, in the meantime, I will talk to you guys. Support a creator code, support it for Epic Games and stuff. But talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.